I just want to let you guys know about this and talk about it for a minute because it's a pretty unique opportunity. You guys know our friend Kenny Caperton, who owns and lives in the Myers House, North Carolina. I'm actually wearing a T-shirt from the Myers House, North Carolina. I have a lot of them. I wear them regularly. I talk about this place a lot. Um, what it is a life-size replica, for lack of a better term, of the original Myers House in Pasadena. And Kenny lives there, and he's a huge Halloween fan, and just a hard nut like all of us. And he hosts screenings and does stuff there, and I'll talk more about the house itself in a minute. But but the news item that I want to tell you about, as far as the franchise goes, is two very cool back-to-back screenings that he's doing this September in Utah at two of the locations where two of the films in the franchise were filmed. And this is part of the on-set cinema series. A lot of you have probably heard about this before. It's a really cool thing that Kenny started, and it's been really successful. He does a lot of them throughout the year, like over a dozen throughout the year. And it's exactly what it sounds like. He goes to locations where scenes from some of our favorite films were shot, and then screens the film there. And you reserve your tickets ahead of time, and there's always a limited supply because these are not theaters for the most part. They're restaurants, bars, gas stations. He just did a screening in Wilmington at the Rusty Nail, which was the bar, mixed bar, in the beginning of Halloween Kills. The one we went to and did a video at. He was there a few weeks ago. So this next screening is pretty cool, especially if you're a fan. Speaking of the Curse of Thorn and Halloween 4 and that whole mythology, let's give them some love here for a minute because this September, the Myers House, North Carolina, is hosting two on-set cinema screenings. They are happening back to back on Saturday, September 24th, and on Sunday, September 25th in Utah. And as you can see here, the films that they're going to be screening are the 1988 sequel, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. And then the next night, they're going to skip over H5 and they are going to screen Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Of course, the sixth film in the franchise. And these aren't just screenings, like I said, these are screenings where they were filmed. So, as you can see here, the Halloween 4 screening is taking place at the actual Penny's gas station. You remember the scenes in the film from Penny's. This is where Loomis is essentially reunited with Michael after all this time. It's where Michael, played by our friend Tom Morga in these scenes at the gas station, he is rocking one of my favorite looks for Michael, which is the bandaged head look. It's almost like the Michael Myers mummy look. And I love that look for Michael, and that's Tom Morga in those scenes, and he does a great job. And those are some of my favorite scenes. Of course, Penny's gas station is where Michael, played by Tom Morga in these scenes, it's where he gets his coveralls in Halloween 4. And it's, again, where Loomis and Michael are reunited. Michael almost runs him over. We bust out of there. And you're going to be able to go to the actual diner. If you go to the screening, it's going to be open. They're going to be serving dinner and snacks. And they're going to set up the screening right there at the gas station. According to the official website, MyersHouseNC.com, that's where you can get tickets for both of these, by the way. It's MyersHouseNC.com or directly MyersHouseNC.com/on-set-cinema. But yeah, they're gonna be at the service station, and fans will be able to watch the movie exactly where Michael drives through one of the bay doors with a tow truck and almost runs over Dr. Loomis. Penny's itself will be open and you'll be able to eat dinner. Like I said, you can get pre-movie snacks inside the very same cafe where Loomis discovers the dead waitress and comes face to face with Michael. Another cool look of Michael. He's got his coveralls, but not yet his H4 mask yet. Very iconic scene, one of my favorites. So this is all happening on Saturday, September 24th. And that's not all. They're also going to give guided tours of the entire property, including the inside of the service station itself, so you can see where Michael kills the mechanic and gets his coveralls. The next night will be Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, also often referred to as Halloween 6 or H6. And this one's extra special because, as you can see, they're going to have a special guest, Devin Gardner, who played young Danny Strode in the film. He's going to be there in person. He's going to be signing autographs, taking photos with fans, and they're even going to be doing a Q&A right before the screening. And again, this one is happening in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the Myers house, which, if you remember, was also the Strode house in this film, where asshole John Strode and his family lived. Tim Strode, Danny, and of course Kara. And so you're going to be able to watch the movie right there. They're gonna be supplying they're going to be giving guided tours again of the property grounds, as well as a look inside the actual house. And you'll be able to hang out in the backyard exactly where Deborah Strode, played by Kim Darby, gets killed by Michael in the clotheslines with an axe. One of the best kills in the whole franchise, I think we can agree. That is that Michael with that axe and that shot, and the blood splattering on the clothesline, on the sheets on the clotheslines. Just awesome. And you'll also get to go down into that basement where John Strode, played by Bradford English, discovers bloody clothes in the washing machine and then gets stabbed by Michael and pushed onto an electrical box. And you know what happens next. And yeah, you're going to be able to see where all those great scenes in the film that happened at the Myers house / Strode house when you go there. And you'll be able to meet Devin. So these events, if you can get out there to Utah, man, I highly recommend you get out there. Kenny has been just killing it with these on-set cinema screenings recently. He did one for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in Atlanta, and like I said, he was in Wilmington doing Halloween Kills recently. I know he did a Halloween 2018 screening in Charleston, South Carolina last year. So, and that's just the franchise. That's the ones I'm mentioning here tonight. Is just the franchise films. Go to myershousenc.com/onset cinema to purchase your tickets now to get additional details on these screenings and to see the full lineup and schedule of all of the onset cinema screenings that are scheduled for this year. There's a lot of them and a lot of good stuff.